Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League right here on the LI Sports Network, along with Rowan Lonick on camera, Gabe Takuri operating our socials for tonight. I'm Brady Campbell from the North Rink in Hop Hog, as we're set for the first of three matchups here tonight. Two freshman games, but first we get started with developmental hockey. It's the West Islip Lions and the Northport Huntington Tigers set to drop the puck on this three-game slate. Well, happy November, everybody. It was an exciting night of hockey last night here at the rinks to close out Halloween and the month of October, and we kick things off with a good matchup here in November. The Tigers come in 4-1-0, sitting in second place. Right behind them, you guessed it, 3-2-0, the West Islip Lions in third place. For the Tigers, last time out it was a 6-2 win back on October the 22nd. And wouldn't you know it, a hat trick leading the way. Giovanni DeMarco, who has only played 5 games so far this season, he has 13 goals and 4 assists. A record pace here that we have not seen much of at the developmental level, or much at all, here in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. On the other side, on October 20th, a 3-0 loss for West Islip against Longwood Green. It was Connor Frey getting the start in that one. They looked to bounce back in a big way. Their wins came 7-2, 6-2, and 8-3. 5 goals, 4 goal, 5 goal deficits, leads that they won by. And then their last 2 losses, they lost by 1 before that last shutout as they'll look to turn the page here. It should be a good night of hockey to kick off the 11th month of the year. We'll take a brief timeout for the national anthem when we come back. Starting goalies and the puck drop right here for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. National anthem check, and we're set for puck drop here in this developmental matchup on LI Sports Network between West Islip and Northport Huntington. First, a look at the starting goalies for the home team, the Tigers tonight. Number 1, Evan Coggins. His 4th start of the year, his 5th appearance, 2.96 goals against. He is 3-0 on the season. We'll get an update for the West Islip goalie in a moment. It's number 30. We don't have a 30 on the West Islip roster. We'll wait until that's updated on the score sheet from the scorer's table, but the puck is down and we are underway. The Lions in the road blue going right to left as it's deflected in, and Liam Coggins goes to work. Graham Tumulty gets by him, and the Lions look for a path out. Coming back with it, Michael Coyle. Shakes free of the forecheck. Pass got tied up in a couple of Tiger skates, and he's able to fight it back out to center. And West Islip will look to regroup here. Luca Montroni drops it off, and Lucas Rappaport will hammer it around the boards. And the Lions go to work for the first time in the offensive zone tonight. Tumulty steals the puck. Nice pass up to Coggins. It popped off his stick, though, and Rappaport steps up to hold it in. Had some help. Montroni shot muffled wide. Goes to the far side half wall. Tumulty gets to it. And it's kicked out to Coggins at the blue line. Gets it beyond center ice. And back out into the neutral zone. Taken away. Held in at the blue line. Shot towards the net. Stick save. That time made on Owen Schoof. Lions clear the zone. And getting back on it is Schoof. Tumulty to the bench. James Maloney replaces him. Meanwhile, a turnover and a wraparound try from Jake Totans when it go. Totans with 6 goals already on the season himself. And hustling after that, number 91, Giovanni DeMarco. Certainly a player offensively to keep your eye on here tonight. He was beaten to the puck, however, by Giovanni Izzo. And Izzo from the blue line will put it in and head to the bench. Just over 2 minutes gone here in the opening period. Still scoreless. Dishley trying to center right to the slot. It's intercepted. And back the other way come the Tigers. There's Greesh. He took a big hit just as he entered the zone. That time from Landon Paccio. Trying to clear. It's held in. Back to him. Looks for another path out. Having trouble clearing as Schlendorf got in there. Now he sends it down the ice. This is icing. And our first whistle coming just over 2.5 minutes here into the opening period. Fast-paced start, up and down. Had a little bit of physicality as well. Both these teams off to pretty good starts here in the early going of this season as the calendar flips once again. Face-off controlled by West Islip to the blue line, though. Couldn't get it out. And then a shot blocked. And it will just clear the zone. But the Tigers touch up and come back in. McBrearty, a shot goes wide. This is Liam Plasman. Wraps it hard around the boards. Could be an icing. And it will be. Face-off will come back down into the West Islip zone. Face off here to the right of the goaltender, and it's won by West Islip, and they start out. Baccio cuts across. That's offside. Looks like on the far side there. Thomas Paniccia was a step ahead of the play across the line. Lions will make changes to their defense. And the face-off on the far side, right in front of the Northport Huntington bench. And they control the draw. Sent ahead, Ryan McBrearty by himself over the line. Shot off the outside of the goal. And popped out to the front, but it's controlled by West Islip. Rappaport sends it out. Numbers here for the Lions. They charge ahead. It's Paniccia. Pokes it out in front of himself, but a bit too far on goal. And Coggins out of his crease to cover. Northport Huntington has looked solid so far this season, sitting at 4-1. They've scored at least 5 goals in all 5 games so far. So the goal scoring has not been a problem. Not that it really appears to be, sitting at 4-1. But even in their loss, and they've scored 6+ in each win. So far, still very early on, but neither team able to find the back of the net just yet. Off the face-off, that changes quickly. West Islip, right off the draw, takes the early 1-0 lead. That's number 34, Patrick Mercarella. Off the inside of the near side post and into the back of the net. Looks like he may have caught Coggins by surprise, and the Lions will take it. So it looks like we get an official update as well on the starting goalie for West Islip. Wearing number 30 tonight is Liam Louvier. He started 2 games, has appeared in 3 of 3.80 goals against. He's 1-0 on the season. And his team off to an early lead, thanks to number 34 right there, Mercarella. Dangerous pass. It got through Connor Kristen, though. And here come the Lions back in. Inside out move, cut to the front. Pops out to the slot. Rappaport follows it up. His shot pinballed on goal, and Coggins got a piece. Now a pass to the high slot. Mercarella checked immediately that time by Grish. And it's clear to neutral ice. Rappaport will settle in and dump it right back in. The assist to Andrew Von Faden, who was the center on that play. Right off the face-off as it pops to the point here. Rappaport tries to throw one toward the goal. It got blocked, came back towards him. Look out here. The Tigers back the other way, losing his footing for a moment. Was Totans, gets back to his feet, but he still gets blown by in, and they score! Daniel Sessa won an individual effort to tie this game at 1. Sessa taking advantage of Totans losing his footing there in the neutral zone. Got back to his feet with plenty of time, but lost his angle. And just like that, we're even again. And here come the Tigers. Coggins over the line. Coggins sweeps one on goal. Left pad saved by Louvier. Dangerous play right through the Lions slot. It works out, though, and it's cleared back out to center. Matarese under pressure, lost his footing. The puck is under him. Gets back to his feet and finds it. 5.5 gone here in the first period. We went from no goals to 2 rather quickly as this is down the ice and icing. This time against Northport Huntington. Face-off will be to the right here of Coggins. Amelia Moscati will take it against Luke Ventura, who won it back a bit too cleanly that time. But Baccio there. Tomolti tied it up right in front of his bench. Sends it ahead, and it's fired right back in. Matarese takes it to the near side half wall. Coggins gets taken down. We play on, and back the other way comes Montroni over the line. Montroni to the slot. Good defense that time. Still alive, though. Backhanded towards the goal. Another try in tight, and Coggins has it with the glove. Bouncing puck finds its way to Michael Coyle. All alone in front. He could only really backhand it on goal, though, and Coggins stays with him the whole way. Good hustle this time by Ventura. Hope to hold the line. Baccio sweeps it to the near side, gets to it first. And swings it past Schlendorf and deep. Centering pass didn't make it through to the front. Now it's Sessa, the goal scorer for the Tigers, And then a shot fanned on from the right point. Flipped out once again to Baccio at right point, and he fires it right back in. And now it's a chance for Skate to skate into it here for James Maloney. Feeds it ahead to Marco onside. Knocked off his stick to the blue line. Just unable to hold it in. That time was Griesch, delayed offside. That allows West Islip to take it the other way. But that pass banked down the ice from the wrong side of the red line. And it's icing. Shot right off the draw from Maloney was blocked. Schlendorf trying to center it, almost got it through for DeMarco. Great stick that time by Matthew Dishley. Down the ice looking for a teammate. It went through his skates, but towards the goal where Coggins dives on it and then tried to move it quickly, but quick whistle there from the ref, and this faceoff will stay in the Northport Huntington zone. With 7:11 left here in period number 1. To the point. May have been deflected, ends up in the near side corner. Cleared out, and it's a foot race. And DeMarco's going to win it, flying down the wing. DeMarco cuts in front, fanned on the shot. Another try, it wouldn't go. It pops up in the air. They score! James Maloney finds the rebound. It's 2-1 Northport Huntington. How about this effort? We discussed in the pregame what DeMarco can do. That might have caught the post or the crossbar short side, but unable to find it was Louvier. Maloney does as it pops right into the top of the crease. And he's able to backhand that one home. First lead of the game for the Tigers here early on. A little past the halfway point of the opening period. This is icing against West Islip. What a start. We expected this to be a good one between both of these sides. And this whole slate tonight is lining up to be, at least on paper, some really tight games. We'll see how they play out. But this one has lived up to the billing in just half a period. A quick shot on from the point from Matarese was stopped by Louvier. It finds Matarese again. This time he'll just throw it down low. Izzo gets tied up, reverses course to the near side. First one on it, Graziosi. Tried to center it down low. Puck still available. In the circle. Finally comes free, and look out, here come the Lions. And that's Liam Plassman down the wing as a teammate with him in the form of Dishley. Throws a shot wide. Wraps all the way around. It'll come back out to center. And settle for Matarese. The defenseman skates into it. Takes a hard shove into the boards that time by Plassman. The Lions have certainly brought the physicality here tonight. A takeaway, here's Totans. Totans with a step to the outside, fires a shot high. He certainly has had the hot hand for this team early on in the season. Around it comes to Graziosi, who tried to deflect it out. It was held in. Matarese up the boards. That's Garafola. And now an effort to clear it out. Does the job from Carter Ames. Oh, it's fired right back in and wide of the net. Matarese with the pink tape will hammer it out. Is this puck going to settle in the slot? It is. Who's going to win the race, though? Both 24s hustling after it. And it's Baccio defensively who gets there ahead of McBrearty. Baccio over the line again. Fend on the pass. It almost worked out for him on the other side. Instead of giveaway at the blue line. And back ahead comes Northport Huntington. Nolan Bruckner, though, lost the puck. This is Baccio in the far corner. Has time to think about it. Down the ice it goes, and it's an icing here against West Islip. Maloney from DeMarco. It's Maloney's fourth Gino on the season. And DeMarco, his fifth apple, as that point shot doesn't make it through. Kicked away by Baccio. 4 minutes left here in the first period. Cleared out. Greesh goes cross ice. This is offside here against the Tigers. They couldn't quite time up that play into the attacking zone. And they'll make a line change. A little bit of a delay here. Now the puck's down and Coggins finds it, steers it ahead. Rappaport with time now. Moscati with the pressure, knocked the puck away. Moscati with another steal for a moment. Off the stick of Coggins and down the ice. Greesh the first one to it. Around the boards it goes. Cross ice, just out of the reach of Coggins. He'll skate into it. Liam Coggins, a bit too far of his reach. Rappaport swept it away. Moscati followed it up. Giveaway at the red line. Still available. Coggins moves it ahead, but Rappaport takes it right back. Steers it ahead. Panicia catches up to it. And Graham Tumulty makes a great defensive play on the back check. And will clear the zone. Tumulty again read that play. Stole the puck away. Just swept it ahead, though, to an open area. Lions take back possession. Von Thaden over the line, checked off his stick. Rappaport loads one up. It goes wide. Tigers clear. Potentially with numbers 3-on-2 here if they push it over the line. Cut back to the backhand. Shot on, and it's stopped by Louvier. Almost got backed up into his own net there, but was able to keep it out with 2:33 remaining. Face off to the near side here, and it's won by DeMarco for Maloney, who has the go-ahead goal as of right now here early in the hockey game. Cleared down the ice. Metheries will get back on it. Gave the puck away behind the net. Had some help from DeMarco. DeMarco will take it behind his own net here and look for options. Puts a little reverse check there into Montroni. Now Metheries draws a penalty here as he brought it into the zone. It looks like it's going to be a hooking call upcoming, and the first power play of the game to Northport Huntington. Michael Coyle to the box. Tried to lift the stick. Got it lodged a bit too much there in the midsection, and with just under 2 minutes left in the period, the majority of it power play time here for the Tigers. And it pops right out to Maloney, who wastes no time with his second of the game. 5 seconds into the power play, James Maloney buries another, and it's 3-1. Just kicks around there. DeMarco might get an assist if he touched that, right as Maloney picked the puck up, but he lets that one go. Tough stop that time for Louvier. Late in the period now, a 2-goal lead for Northport Huntington. Can West Islip try and get some momentum back here with a few good shifts to close out the frame. Back in comes McBrearty. Sidesteps Rappaport, throws one towards the front. It's picked off. And the Lions start ahead with it. And it turns into a 2-on-1. Moving in down the wing, a shot save. Coggins couldn't cover. What a stop by Evan Coggins that time as he denied Michael Coyle. He's had a rough ending himself to this first period that has now reached the final minute. Plassman back in. He had it knocked off his stick. Off the boards, it gets past Rappaport. Delayed offside. And sent right back down. No icing. Izzo with 35. Flips it ahead to the red line. Swept right here in front of us. Plassman through the ref skates and down the ice. Matarese with 20. Nearly gave that one away. Good stick work, though, to hang on to it. Here's Rappaport to an open area of the ice. It's intercepted by Schoof in the final 10. Totans takes it back, and this will be how the first period comes to an end. The opening goal belonged to West Islip, but 3 straight from Northport Huntington, the last 2 from James Maloney. Here's the last look at that 2-on-1. That's Totans. He can let it go. Coggins, though, with good position. And makes a stop. What a first period. We'll see what the second has in store. We'll take a brief timeout and be right back here on LI Sports Network. We're back for the second period right here on LI Sports Network for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Brady Campbell with you, Rowan Laddick on the camera, Gabe Takuri running our socials here for the evening at LI Sports Network. It's a 3-1 lead for Northport Huntington in this developmental matchup as we begin the middle frame. West Islip scored the opening goal from Patrick Mercarella right off of an offensive zone face-off. Not soon after that, though, Daniel Sessa got the game even, and then back-to-back goals, including one in the latter stages of that period, the power play goal for James Maloney. Has this game where it's at right now. The Lions will clear it ahead. Sessa brings it in, loads up a shot. Went wide, Garofalo gets to it, keeps it moving. Held in. And sent right back down low where Baccio overskated it for a moment. Has time to recover. And it's steered to the line, not out. Sessa will just send it back to the corner. And it comes hard around. Von Thaden trying to catch up to it, but it goes all the way down. And another icing here against West Islip. The assist on that last Maloney goal to Giovanni DeMarco, his second, as he had the lone assist on the first Maloney goal. And Nicholas Schlendorf gets the secondary. Face off here deep in the West Islip zone. Puck available just inside the blue line. Steered to the corner, Rappaport. Up the boards, held in by Matarese, fights for a stick check and keeps it alive, then gave it away. And it's fired down by Izzo. And Matarese will get there just ahead of Montroni. There's play to the boards. Montroni nearly took it away. Rappaport down low. Shot on off the outside of the net by Ventura, who finds it again. Shot from the corner, popped up in the air. Totans waiting for it here at the right point. Steps and shoots up in the air. It's in! A seeing eye shot from the blue line from Giovanni Izzo. Makes it a one-goal game once again. A high arcing shot there. And you can see Ventura swung at. Not sure if that would have counted if he gotten a piece. It is Izzo's goal, though. And that makes it a 3-2 game as right back the other way comes Northport Huntington. They couldn't get it through. And look out, here they come again. Over the line, great stick work by Coyle. Eventually knocked away, though. Pops towards the slot. Deflects back to Izzo again. Steps up. Izzo fans on the shot. Maloney kicks it out. DeMarco keeps it moving. Schlendorf catches up to it. He is DeMarco going to the goal. Schlendorf cross ice just behind DeMarco. So lefty had to stop in the net, and he took the puck away. And Rappaport blocked that centering pass with Schlendorf all alone in front. Now the Lions have numbers up the ice. Great defensive stick that time, though. Looks like that was Greesh who made a huge play at the red line. Otherwise, it would have been a 2-on-1 at least down low that time. And Maloney holds the puck in here. Now it's DeMarco. Fell down at the top of the circle as he went to let a shot go. Finds him again, though, towards the goal. And a kick save that time by Louvier. Izzo's goal unassisted. As it fooled Evan Coggins, as he might have been expecting the redirection there, and it snuck through him. Face off here to the left of Louvier. Skated out here, weaving his way through. This is Totans, left it for Plasman, shot muffled Matarese. So sound back there defensively, number 20 in white. With the white stick and the pink tape. Baccio ahead though. Totans 2-on-2 over the line. He's got Dishley with him. Totans to the slot on, and he scores! And just like that, we're tied. 3-3. Goal number 6 on the season for number 27 in blue. Moving towards the slot, fires it back the other way on Evan Coggins and gets this game tied. Tigers go back to work in the offensive zone. Matarese hammers a point shot wide. Totans from Garofalo. As this game evened up. Stepping up to try and hold it in was Ames, but back the other way. Totans again with numbers. Scores! Back-to-back goals for Totans. 3 straight for West Islip. They have the 4-3 lead. What a turn of events here in the opening 4 minutes. 4+ minutes of the second period. Inside out goes High Glove. Now West Islip, their first lead since it was 1-0 early on in the first. Here they go again with a takeaway and a shot blocked that time by Schoof. Puck comes back out to neutral ice. 2 goals in 33 seconds for Jake Totans to give his team the lead. Panicia taken to the boards. That puck just gets past Von Thaden, but he was able to hold it in. Good hustle. Under 10 minutes left here in the second period. Back and forth action as this ends up on goal, and Coggins will cover. Looks like a wholesale change here for Northport Huntington. Looks like it's the Moscati line here with Coggins and Tumulty. Line number 1 for the defensive zone face-off for Northport Huntington, and they eventually come away with it. It's Matarese, the defenseman, plays the full 200 feet, and here he goes. Takes it wide. Centers it in front off the stick of Louvier. Left there for a moment. Moscati playing left point there. Holds it in. Pass towards the front. Rappaport with the steal. Draws a double team. Moves it quickly. Matarese holds it in. Towards the net. Moscati got a piece. It goes wide. Now Tumulty. Had Coggins in front. Couldn't get it through. Rappaport hit Tumulty. It stays in. Rappaport back on it, and they'll try the far side. Matarese waiting on it. Slap shot, knocked down. Pinballs to Coggins, who couldn't get a lot on the backhander. Skied back out. Von Thaden couldn't settle it. He'll head for a change. Meanwhile, Izzo weaving his way back out of his zone. Grish turns it right back around. Tumulty trying to get through Izzo. Graham Tumulty. Moscati driving towards the goal. He centers, and it's knocked away. Grish loads up a slapper. Was poked away from him by Ventura. Matarese back on it. 8:20 left. Down the ice. This could be icing here against Northport Huntington, and it is. Still a long ways to go in this season, but both these teams off to a great start, and both these teams want to win this game as we have a goaltending change here for West Islip. As Louvier will leave the game, Connor Frey, as we're just about at the halfway point of the hockey game, will take over goaltending duties for what will likely be the rest of this one. Ventura's centering pass goes right through the crease. Tigers bring it ahead. Schlendorf over the line. Schlendorf to the circle. Centers DeMarco. Couldn't slide it through. The first action that Frey sees. Not sure if it was necessarily a shot on, but he dives on it before it became so. Definitely not the way he wanted to enter this hockey game, but he gets the stop and cover. Schlendorf, nice move to the slot, drops it off. DeMarco couldn't sneak it through. Couldn't really one-time that one as a lefty. Good vision by Schlendorf in the slot. Slap shot, score! Second of the game for Sessa, as he wires one home off the post and in. How about that shot? Now DeMarco loads one up. It was blocked down that time by Baccio. Carter Ames gets the assist on that last goal by Sessa. We're back even again. Ames towards the goal, didn't make it there. Maloney with the takeaway. How about this line for Northport Huntington here tonight? Delayed offside. They'll touch up. Just a little past the halfway point of this one. 8 total goals here on the board. Both teams have had leads as well. Back the other way, West Islip Moving on in, a chance here, backhand try, and a save by Coggins. Shot doesn't make it through, turned back on goal, and another right pad save. Takeaway by the Tigers. They start ahead. They might have numbers here. Ames over the line, got through. Ames takes it wide, tries to center it, hit the outside of the goal. DeMarco turns it right back around, and here he goes. DeMarco fights with a stick lift. Say made the rebounds there. What a defensive play. Shot on, doesn't go. They score. A wild sequence. In the end, 5-4 Tigers. Here's that initial defensive play, sliding down Garofalo to likely save a goal right here. He denies McKellian. And then just moments later, this will be Dean McKellian, who's able to find the loose change and bang it home. West Islip coming back here with some offensive zone pressure of their own. And we get a penalty, it looks like. I believe this is going against the Lions. And it's Matthew Dishley heading off for interference for the second time today. The Tigers go to the power play. They're 1 for 1, and their first one only took 5 seconds. McKellian from DeMarco and Sessa. So how about DeMarco and Sessa as well? Sessa 2 goals and an assist. DeMarco 3 assists. He's been more known to do it with goal scoring, but he still finds his way on the score sheet several times here tonight. This time it starts with a clear and a chance, possibly short-handed, and a save with the glove by Evan Coggins. And this was Jake Totans, who has had himself a second period already, 2 goals. Don't want to let him walk right down the slot, but that's what happened. And that time the save. McKellian tries to move it, taken back here by the Lions and cleared to the red line. Bouncing puck, feathered along. Dean McKellian, who has the go-ahead goal right now, will dump it in. It'll slide on goal, where it's covered by Frey. Minute 13 left here on the penalties. And this time a face-off win for Northport Huntington. Matarese loads up a slapper, doesn't make it through. DeMarco in tight, stopped by Frey. Bouncing puck, rolling out to Matarese, flips one towards the goal, knocked away. Totans couldn't clear it though, stepping up is Sessa to hold it in. Maloney and DeMarco go to work. DeMarco centers it. Only blue jerseys there, and it's cleared. Not all that far. Sessa from the red line turns it right back around. 35 left on the penalty. Izzo with some time, sidesteps one. Oh, Schlendorf nearly stripped him of the puck. Could not though, and Izzo still continuing on into the attacking zone and just plays it to the corner as he eats valuable seconds. Matarese with 20 on the clock. Maloney will catch it in the corner. Schlendorf had DeMarco breaking ahead, couldn't get it through. Final seconds of the power play ticking off. Sessa gets around Totans, but it's knocked back out to center. And we're back to 5-a-side. Big kill for the West Islip Lions. Takeaway, and Totans right back out. Sessa defends him. Giovanni Izzo checked hard into the boards. This will be a penalty against Northport Huntington, as they're still down behind the play, and we get a whistle. And we'll see what the penalty is. Getting back to his feet is Izzo. Good sign there as he skates it off, and that will be Giovanni on Giovanni crime as DeMarco will go to the box. Boarding the call and a 10-minute misconduct. And the first power play of the game now for the West Islip Lions here, trailing by a goal once again. And with one of Northport Huntington's best players in the penalty box. Serving the penalty will be Ryan McBrearty. Not only that, DeMarco's in there for the rest of the second and about half of the third as that pass went right through. Another centering try. Kicks out to the point. Garofalo flips one towards the goal. Back door. Swept behind this time now by Mercarella, who got the scoring started here. And a takeaway. Amelia Moscati starts ahead over the line. Moscati cuts back. Moscati tries to let a shot go. She got upended. The shot ends up in the glove of Frey. She gets up looking for a penalty, and she won't get one. Great effort, though, by Moscati to get a short-handed look. A minute 28 here on the power play, and an offensive zone face-off for the Tigers. But the Lions win it back. Moscati going to work here short-handed with another takeaway. Tried to center to Tumulty. Couldn't get it through. Chop back out to center. Greesh had two Lions charging towards him, so he kept it moving. Now Von Thaden got locked up. Swept back out by Tumulty. A diving play that time. Back in Garofalo. Garofalo towards the goal. Score! Power play goal. Panicia. We're tied again. Garofalo takes it himself into the attacking zone, and from the corner just centers that backhand. It gets all the way through for Panicia on his backhand. Just snuck it past Coggins. And once again, we're level at 5. 100 seconds left in period number 2. Can the Tigers answer right back? That's Bruckner who had the puck taken away. A takeaway now and a 3-on-1 this time. Over the line, Montroni to the circle. Save Coggins. Huge stop. Now a big check delivered once again by the Lions. They come away with the puck. Shot Ventura goes wide. Big rebound, Montroni couldn't get it through. Lions pressuring to go right back in front. 60 seconds left here in the period. Ventura couldn't quite hold it in. Delayed offside. Now they touch up, but the puck is taken by Caden Malika. Another hit delivered behind the play. The physicality ratcheting up here, and we get a whistle, and it looks like the back ref here called it as the puck went up the ice, and the penalty against West Islip, and Coyle taking another trip to the box. So roughing call this time. Now with 40 and a half left in the second period, the power play for Northport Huntington goes back to work. Here's Izzo, who got the scoring started in this period, and A frantic comeback. Did he kickstart for West Islip? Here's Ventura. Backhands one glove save by Coggins, and he holds on. And an offensive zone faceoff coming up here for West Islip. Here's a look at that last 3-on-1 with the opportunity coming from Luca Montroni. And a huge save for Evan Coggins. This was right after West Islip tied the game. And the faceoff pops back out to Izzo. His shot slowed up, but try doesn't go. How about that save from Coggins? What a night he's had. We got a whistle for offside. It's been a game of many goals, but we wouldn't know that the way these goalies have been playing. Ventura able to get that shot away, and somehow it stayed out. And that'll do it for the second period right off that face-off. Well, what a period that was. Full of goals. It was 3-1 Northport Huntington. It is now 5-5. And as expected, this one is going to the final 15. And it's anyone's hockey game. We'll take a brief timeout. We'll be back for the third period right here on LI Sports Network. "15 minutes on the clock. 5-5 hockey game. A minute 20 of power play time for Northport Huntington as these two teams have traded goals back and forth. Back and forth. It was a 3-1 lead for the Tigers of Northport Huntington heading into the second. A frantic comeback by West Islip. They took a 4-3 lead. Found themselves trailing again, but they got it level. It is a power play for the Tigers, though, as we've already seen 10 goals in this hockey game, 5 aside. The Tigers are used to this, thanks to our very own socials operator and statistician Gabe Takuri, our very own Eric Hornick, with the shout-out that they are 4-0 as Northport Huntington in games in which they've scored 6+. Their only loss, by the way, they scored 5 and fell 6-5. Coggins scoops this puck off the ice. Had a little bit of trouble getting it out of his glove. Now does. And here's Coggins. Coggins gets taken down, and this is going to be a 5-on-3 for the Tigers for 34 seconds. A tripping call. Nope, interference, the ref rules. And it's Anthony Garofalo headed to the box. And how about this? You can't ask for a much better opportunity here if you're the Tigers to start this third period. And off the draw, Matarese loads up a slapper. Gets knocked around. Rappaport to the boards. Matarese holds it in. Throws one towards the goal. Where is it? Winds up in a couple skates. Sessa holds it in. Takes a shot and a huge save that time coming out to the top of his crease to make the save, Connor Frey. 16 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Schlendorf will take the draw against Plasman. And a it comes to Matarese again. Loads up a shot off a stick. Looked like it may have been going wide, but snatched out of the air by Frey. And he'll take the whistle. Just 10 ticks left here on the 2-man advantage. And that'll likely do it as Plessman gets it out and dumps it down the ice. One power play is done. Now they go to work short-handed here. Does West Islip. It's cleared down the ice, though, by Northport Huntington. This is an icing against them. 1:10 left on their 5-on-4 power play now. And they win the draw. Shot on to save, another save by Coggins. 1 minute left here on the power play from Northport Huntington, and their goalie had to come out big. Matarese back in. Couldn't get through. Comes around and forced back out. And here's Totans by himself. 1-on-3. Drags, tries to step through. Good defensive stick, Matarese, but he put the puck off the outside of his own goal, and Totans nearly dug it free. Matarese finds it, though. Has some room to skate. 30 left on the penalty. The puck gets through, and dumping it ahead is William Graziosi. Clearing attempt doesn't get out. Now 20 seconds left. It finds an open patch of the ice, and down it goes. Getting on it here is Michael Griesch. Just 10 seconds left. Only time for one more rush here on the power play. It comes out, though, and fired back down. And a huge set of kills there for West Islip. Northport Huntington comes up empty. We remain tied at 5 here. 12 minutes left in the hockey game. Regulation time. Totan steps through, cuts to the circle, still with it to the slot, takes a shot. It backed up Coggins, but he made the save. Sessa gets to it as 3 players came together, and Daniel Sessa with 2 goals today. Skates it out, skates it in. Sessa gets through behind the net. Overskated, though. And the Lions take control right back. It's dumped down the ice. Gets past Dishley. Griesch gets to it. We'll just send it ahead as West Islip defense makes a change. And the clearing attempt there hit the skate of Kristen. Kept alive for Malika, who puts it in deep. Winning the race, though, Baccio, and weaves his way through some forechecks. Now Baccio takes it wide. Baccio centers it, knocked away. Finding it, Totans. Tough angle, couldn't get it through. Loose at the top of the crease. Back to the point. Garofalo couldn't get it through. Knocked away and back out by Malika. Down the ice, it gets by Von Thanen all the way down. This time it's icing against West Islip. .10:30, all that's left here in regulation. Northport Huntington trying to improve to 5-1 on the season. West Islip trying to stay above 500 and get to 2 games above, which would knock both teams to 4-2 as Coggins looked to cover it for a moment. Now he keeps it moving for Ames. Ames will fire it out. This could be icing here, and it looks like it has the legs, and the faceoff will come back down the Northport Huntington end now. As we mentioned, the Tigers in second as of right now. Just right behind the undefeated Sachem Braves, who have looked unstoppable here in the early going. But of course, right behind them is West Islip. A chance here, it just went over the cage. Coggins couldn't quite reach it. It didn't miss that crossbar by much. Off the shot from Baccio. Garofalo steps up towards the goal, went right through the low slot. Under 10 minutes to play. Von Thaden moves it down low. It ends up on goal where it's covered by Coggins. West Islip has East Islip Black up next on November 3rd, which is Monday night, 6:40 p.m. puck drop. On November 8th, Northport Huntington's next game at 6:30. That's against Longwood Green. Those games are available right here on the LI Sports Network. First of 3 here tonight on the North Ring. 2 freshman games to close out the evening. Coming up next, Eastport South Manor against Smithtown Hauppauge Blue, and then Sachem against Connetquot Sayville Red. Shot from the outside, and it's steered away by Frey. Flick back on goal. He gets back in his crease and will cover up. Face off to the right here of Frey. And it's one and a quick shot on goal from Maloney, who has 2 on the day. Frey had to be ready for that one. He was. Linesman backing up the wingers there along the boards before he dropped the puck. Coggins keeps the play alive. Bouncing puck will end up on goal. Stopped by Frey. Bit of a rebound there, but he's able to dive back on it. We'll do it again from the same spot. This time it's one and shot on goal by McBrearty. Shot towards the goal, he missed. And here comes Montroni. Got it through Ventura all the way down. Coggins stops it. This time he's forced to cover it. 8:31 left to play here in the third. Face off to the near side, to the right of Coggins. Ventura wraps it around. Up towards the blue line, bouncing around. Moscati knocks it away. McKellian finds it. Now for Schlendorf. Schlendorf was checked from behind, and that allows the checker Montroni to bring it ahead. It was knocked away from him, and it ends right back up with Schlendorf. Schlendorf to the circle, forced to the outside. Great defense that time by Izzo. Schlendorf with the stick lift, though, kept the puck moving to the point. Griesch steps, shoots, glove save. Fry, no traffic in front of him that time, and he's able to scoop that one off the ice. Moscati wins the draw. Griesch loads up a shot. It hit the skate of Moscati. Giveaway behind the net. McKellian tries to center. Schlendorf has Moscati in front. His pass to her hit a skate. Griesch loads up, fires, blocked down in front by Totans, looking to get out of the zone. Moscati flagged him down and held it in. Fouled it up with the keep in. This line's been solid as well tonight. Schlendorf with the centering play. And great defense that time. Garofalo boxing out his man, is able to steer it out. Totans checked by Moscati. Halfway through the third period, the score has not changed since we dropped the puck on the final frame. Sessa held in, cross ice, looking for Schlendorf. It didn't get through, and it's cleared back out. Amelia Moscati across to Michael Griesch. She'll head off for a change. Well-deserved change. Schlendorf, toe drag. Schlendorf couldn't get the shot away. Garofalo closed in quickly. Goes around and out. Sessa on for Schlendorf. Schlendorf one-on-one. Takes it wide. Schlendorf sweeps it in front. No one home in the white jersey. A centering pass that time from Bruckner, picked off, 3-on-2. Totans takes it wide. Trying to fight through Griesch, flips it back door, and it hopped the stick of Dishley. 6 minutes left. Bruckner couldn't clear. Totans holds it in, nice move. Drops it off. Dishley throws it down to the corner. Sessa gets it through. As Garofalo couldn't reach it. And now heading back on it is Baccio. Landon Baccio down the near side wall. Has some room. Feeds it on for Paniccia. Cuts back at the circle. Paniccia! And just fallen off by Coggins. Unable to find that pass was Kristen. Down the ice it goes. Flipped out. Look out, Von Thaden trying to sneak behind the defense. It's in his skates. He's able to find it and keep it moving. Gave it away, though, and it's flipped back out. Rappaport. Under 5 minutes remaining here in regulation. We're all tied up at 5 between Northport, Huntington, and West Islip. Back in Bruckner, trying to get a shot through. Blocked by Izzo. Giovanni Izzo. Nice move at the line. Izzo down the slot. Shot it wide. Battle in the corner. Centering pass. Unable to find it. Was Mercarella. And it's skated back out by Connor Kristen. Kristen over the line. Takes it wide. Has Kaden Malika with him. Steers it behind the net. Monthaden moved it around Malika as we approach 4 minutes remaining. And look out here, Paniccia to the circle, scores! Second of the game, Paniccia. West Islip in front with 3:59 to go. Doesn't look like he got all of it on this shot here. No, it was actually deflected. Looks like it was defended pretty nicely there by Northport Huntington, but it fooled the goalie, Coggins. And a huge goal for the Lions. Paniccia from Rappaport. And back-to-back goals. It was a long time in between, but back-to-back goals for Thomas Paniccia. Had the equalizer at 5, now has his team in front. Back in come the Tigers. Backhand try, doesn't go. Another try, stays out. Sessa out for Moscati, takes a shot. Saved by Frey, and he dives on it. Good response shift here by Northport Huntington. .325 remaining. Moscati wins the face-off a bit too cleanly. Having to keep it away that time from Montroni was Griesch. Ventura sweeps it in. Moscati fights it out. Numbers here over the line. McBrearty fumbled it a bit, tried to drop it from Moscati, and Rappaport on the back check took it away. 3 minutes left. West Islip back in front. Shot goes wide. They were trailing 3-1 at one point. That was the biggest lead for either team at any point here tonight. To start the second period, that was. Here's Rappaport. Ahead for Montroni. And back out on the ice after the misconduct, 10-minute misconduct, Giovanni DeMarco. Couldn't ask for his presence out there at a much better time, with his team trailing by 1 with 2.5 to play. Already 13 goals on the season for number 91. The Lions clear the zone. Approaching 2 minutes to go. Have to keep an eye on Coggins here soon as McBrearty steers one to the net. Frey stops it and gets the whistle. .2:10 left. DeMarco wins the faceoff back. Coggins still in his goal. Matarisa shot bouncing, gets through, save by Frey. It's still loose, and at no angle really that time for DeMarco as he fed it right through the crease. Matarisa shot blocked, finds it again towards the goal, bouncing down, blocked. Matarisa though steps up and holds it in, and Maloney turns one on goal. It's stopped. DeMarco gets to it. 100 seconds left. DeMarco circles. Matarisa holds the line, goes down low. Schlendorf to the top of his crease goes Coggins, heading towards the bench. Now he goes to it, and an extra attacker in the form of Emilia Moscati, but the puck comes back out. Empty net. Schlendorf in. Schlendorf. DeMarco. Gets knocked down that time to the blue line and out. And no icing. A minute to go. I think Ames thought there was icing. He slowed up. But 60 seconds on the clock. Schlendorf trying to work through Panicia. Turned around at the line. Nice move to get in, but gave the puck away. And we get a whistle. Offside or penalty? I believe a penalty interference here against West Islip. That's Jake Totans to the box. Timeout call for Northport Huntington. 46.5 on the clock. How about this finish? 6-5 back-to-back goals by Thomas Benicio late in the second to tie it. And with just 3:59 left in the third to give his team the lead. Since then, the Tigers have been pushing. They now have the empty net. Have not been able to capitalize, and they will now have a power play for the remainder of regulation. DeMarco, Maloney, Moscati, Matarisa. They have 7 players out there. They drop the puck, and we get a quick whistle. Is there going to be a penalty here, or they're taking Ames off the ice? So Ames will leave. Sessa Matarisa on defense. Schlendorf, Moscati, Maloney, DeMarco, the forwards. It looks like there won't be a penalty there, as the official didn't realize. They will toss DeMarco out of the dot, though, and Moscati wins the draw. Matarisa hammers the shot wide. DeMarco held in. Schlendorf on his backhand, forehand, pops up in the air. Towards the line, Matarisa towards the goal. Maloney was alone in front, knocks it down, centers. DeMarco stopped in tight. Rebound pops up in the air and goes wide. Around, Sessa holds it in, 20 seconds left. Panicia down to the corner. Center towards the front, off a skate and out to center. 5 seconds left. Taken away down the ice, it'll miss the net, it won't matter. West Islip holds on for the victory. What a game to kick off November and this Saturday night of hockey for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Here's one last look at that chance for DeMarco. Both he and Maloney just about alone in front. Maloney keeps it moving. DeMarco point blank. Frey. What a save. And that's the save of the game. Here's a look at the game winner with just under 4 minutes to play from Thomas Panicia. Matt Reese gets a piece of the shot, but it fools Coggins. And West Islip comes away with the victory. They improve to 4-2. This loss drops Northport Huntington to 4-2, and they are neck and neck right at second and third respectively in the developmental division. Still 2 games left here on the docket. We move up to freshmen. It'll be ESM against Smithtown Hauppauge Blue next. And then to close out the night, it will be Sachem against Connecticut Sayville. We'll be back momentarily for the first of those 2 in a little bit. But thank you so much for tuning in to this one. Could not have asked for a much better game there for Gabe Takuri running our socials. For Rowan Laddick on our camera, I'm Brady Campbell signing off. The final score, West Islip Gold, the Lions 6. And the Tigers of Northport Huntington Gold 5. You've been tuned into the Suffolk County High School Hockey League right here on the LI Sports Network.